Well, hello. Welcome back to our Dark Souls playthrough. I just started moving because I couldn't remember what I was supposed to be doing. But when we left off, we had just killed the Gaping Dragon. Now we are going to go spend some souls and then make our way through the front door of Blighttown so we can take on Quelag right in the face. And hopefully we are at a position where we can actually fight her. Well, this is going to go live up on Tuesday, I think. So I hope everybody had a good weekend and a good Monday. I'm doing okay. Just gotta remember where I'm going first. Only God knows where I've been. Sorry. Yeah, and this is the door we can actually unlock with the key that we just got from killing the Gaping Dragon. Can't remember if there's a bonfire right here or not. Love that sudden change in the color palette. Yeah, I think we have to go down a little ways to actually get to the first bonfire, so we're not going to risk all these souls we just got. We're going to run back and spend those bad boys, those puppies, those sweet, sweet dinero. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, there's no reason to kill those guys. I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous about going back to Blighttown, especially going in the front direction. I am wondering if we should stop and go stock up on some moss that lets us cure toxic, because that can be a very, very bad situation. And I'm also hoping that upgrading the sword and getting Great Soul Arrow is going to help us against Quelag. Not the toughest fight, but it is a solid fight. It's a solid fight. Okay, let's do that. We can get a couple more, so we're just going to leave the intelligence at 30 for a little bit. Let's buff up that. Our endurance is real low, although we don't really need to worry about it because spellcasting doesn't actually take up stamina. We are using a weapon, so it does raise our equip load, so let's do that. Nice thing about leveling up in these games is that it can cause problems. You can make mistakes, but you have to make like a lot of mistakes. Like usually individual level ups, unless you, especially if you know, especially if you know generally what you're trying to accomplish. Individual level ups are probably not going to screw you over. Ugh. So the last time I recorded this... Oh, we don't actually have a... between the last time I recorded this and now, I actually did I messed around a bit with some Dark Souls mods. I started streaming, and I used those to stream my first night. Well, not my first night. The first time I streamed, that was Dark Souls 3. That was the weekend before, but... I'm still hoping one of these guys is going to give me a green Titanite. But last Wednesday, I did do some streaming, and it was interesting. I had high hopes for the randomizer. I actually used two mods for the randomizer mod. There's an item randomizer, and an enemy randomizer. And you use them both at once. It's not the most stable setup. Well, that gave us absolutely nothing. It's not the most stable setup, but it worked pretty well. And I've heard good things about it. I've watched some really fun... Look at that. Look at that little door. The little door that leads to absolutely nowhere. Oh, it's an outhouse. I never noticed that before. That's a nice little touch. Ah. Alright, there's a guy right up there that's going to get you. I want that item. There we go. Yeah, so we had a few people showed up. It was interesting. It changes the game to the point where it's, I mean, obviously it makes it pretty profoundly unfair. And especially if you don't get the setting Why are we going so slow? Especially if you don't get the settings right, but... It was interesting, but it was also kind of a learning experience in terms of... Oh, right, Griggs should be at Firelink now, too. Excuse me. Kind of a learning experience in terms of how well this game is tuned on its own, and how just changing... I mean, obviously it changes a lot, but how, like, for example, when we randomized the enemies the first time, I was crazy and went, like, complete random, didn't worry about a difficulty curve, because I thought, hey, I'm a Dark Souls badass, I've beaten all the game multiple times, I should be able to handle this. Well, I could sort of handle it, but they set it up so that the nearest one of the nearest enemies to fire length was one of those dog bone, like, skeleton dog things, which we haven't encountered yet. But spoiler alert, they're a massive pain. Oh, wow. Gosh, I got so caught up in my little anecdote that I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Out for... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, at this point... Oh, to hell with it. I'm just gonna risk it. Honestly, at this point, we could only buy like 1 or 2 anyway, and I'm not gonna farm for those. Okay, stop doing that, you jerk. I'm not gonna farm for... I'm not gonna farm for toxic moss. It's not worth it. It's boring. But I guess that means goodbye to those 5,000 souls, which... That hurts a little, but I kind of want to make some progress. Yeah, so the randomizer run was interesting. The dog skeletons. I don't know what the heck their names are, but they only show up in the Tomb of the Giants in the regular game, and they are very aggressive. They're and like you have to be very careful when you deal with them because they will wreck you. They will wreck you very quickly and very thoroughly. And usually by the time you get to Tomb of the Giants, you have a weapon. You have equipment that's capable of actually dealing with them. Like the last time on another playthrough I was doing, I had a claymore and that could pretty much one-shot them, which made them still difficult but a lot more manageable. Well, with the first randomizer run I did, and that's up on my YouTube account, you can go watch that. There's some, as always with me, there's some weird stuff with the sound, but still, it's up there. Okay. But... Ouch! Alright. Well, at least we killed him, right? Yeah, we're gonna go very, very slowly. Although we don't have a bow. Fiddlesticks. Ugh. I'm half tempted to just be a coward and go, well, let's see how far we can get going the front way in the Blighttown. And if we die a lot and it gets really boring, we'll probably just go in the back way. Because there's nothing, there are some decent items and stuff, but there's nothing like, I don't think there's anything super crucial that we need right now. I mean, maybe the power within, but we don't read that for a while anyways. We don't even have a pyromancy fist yet, I don't think. But anyways, the dog skeleton thing, it was right near Firelink. It was actually up on the hill close to Firelink. But it would come down because they're super aggressive, and I guess because they're not programmed to work it, like they're programmed for the locations that they're in. So I would be sitting at a bonfire trying to level up, and all of a sudden the thing would aggro so close that the bonfire would stop working and I'd get booted out. And for a while I thought it was some sort of glitch, and it might be slightly glitchy, but I think it was driven by that dog skeleton thing, and I couldn't kill it in like 1 or 2 shots. It was an effort, like it took some time. And that was kind of the whole thing with the randomizer. It starts off nice. It starts off super hard, and then if you can persevere and you have the patience and the luck and the skill, of course, to get through it, you eventually get on the power curve where you're like just dominating things, especially if you get a good weapon fairly early on. And I had mixed feelings about it. I am not sure. I may try it again. I've tried it a couple of times, and it's sort of... It's not the ideal. It's not the way I like to play Dark Souls. It's like it felt. Oh yeah, that's cool. Well, okay, good thing we took care of that guy, because there's this guy coming up. All right, that's great. Yeah, and these guys only drop one thing. And you'd think because they're big and tough, it'd be a useful thing. You'd be wrong. Well, at least they're easy to backstab and then shove off cliffs. We can pick this up? Yay, a dung pie. Guess we could feed that to Framp later to get some souls out of it, but let's see. Oh, let's see how much a great arrow, soul arrow does on them. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's not waste all of those. Let's see if we can get a backstab in. Well, not if we're playing like that. Well, now that we don't need one. Okay, so here's the thing about Blighttown. So far, it's been going pretty good. I have been a little more patient. Haven't been throwing myself so fast, but there is a thing coming up ahead that you see. I don't know if you can see it. See that guy right there? Did we get a better view? Yeah, that guy. That guy shoots darts at you from a distance, and those darts will give you toxic, and toxic hits real hard, and you will get toxic really quickly, and it's real bad. Yeah, so the problem with this area right here is that you have to be very careful about when you aggro him, and then, yeah, he's already... Okay, this guy. This guy. These guys are also super aggressive. Okay, we do have... I forgot we had Remedy, so that should save us some time if we don't kill these guys first. And in the original version of Dark Souls, the one that was on PS3... this area was also plagued with, oh god, I just turned on my phone somehow. No, Siri, I don't need you. This area was also plagued by substantial frame drops. It was kind of nightmarish to play. I see you. So can I use them? And of course we can't actually. Okay. Okay. Yeah, like that. Well, that was just rude. Oh! Forgot about that. Jerk. I wonder if it'd actually just be better to just charge that guy and just take him out. Was there were lots of frame drops, and yeah, we can do this. Cool. And now he's not going to actually resurrect, which is a huge help. I think there's a soul item that way. Yeah, and there's also lots of these guys just poking around. If you've heard about Dark Souls, if you haven't played the game, but you've done some reading about it, or you've watched videos, then Blighttown should be pretty notorious to you. It's one of the... it's kind of not... I don't know if it's necessarily the toughest area in the game. These guys aggro if I sneak up on them? I had, hidden bot... Oh, yeah, this guy will. Yeah. Hey, just fall... Oh, there we go. Fall off. Good. But it is like the first area of the game that really feels like, to use a phrase, that it's sticking it in and sticking it in and breaking it off. Especially with the earlier version with those frame drops. It was sluggish, it was ugly, you would get all kinds of horrible status effects. Thankfully, with remastered, and especially on the PC, the frame drops aren't really an issue. I wouldn't say that I've mastered this area, but I have gotten a little more comfortable with it. I mean, there's still a very good chance that we'll die again before we hit the bottom, but... Glad I got that remedy spell. I completely forgot I had that. Really good. So... we could run and jump, because there's an item right here. I don't think we're going to use it, but it would save us some... save us some time! That's the other thing. Those guys are so aggressive. Gosh. We want to get down there. Oh, let's be bold. See, like this? Yeah. Geronimo! Yeah. Okay, we jumped a little bit too early. Yeah, and they also don't give you a bonfire until you get to the well. There's one in the rafters, so we were actually not. If we made that jump, we would have been fairly close to it, which is kind of frustrating. I was wondering why we still had 9 Estus, and then I realized we just didn't use any when we were fighting the Gaping Dragon. So hey, that's a pick-me-up, right? Alright, I'm gonna do a thing real quick. Just in case the sound is... Alright, I've got, you know, we're gonna stick with that. My sound quality, I don't know if I had the new mic when I recorded the last one. I don't think I did, actually. I recorded it on Wednesday morning, so I've had it yet. Yeah, okay, thank you. So yeah, I've got a new mic, and I noticed with the streaming, I'm still trying, you can hear me a lot better, which is good. Got some stuff stood up so I can actually have a fan running while I'm recording, which is excelente. I'm sorry, that was... I don't even know what that is. Excuse me. Dang it. I was just gonna say, we're doing better against those guys, but it's really the precarious heights that gets you. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna need to go in the back way again. I think we can handle this. I don't know if you're really bad if I screwed up the sound levels, but I think it should be okay. Like, I don't want to completely drown the music out, but you know. I love how kind of silly you look in this outfit. It'd be nice if we had like a poison bite ring or something, but... So, but if you do have Dark Souls on the PC and you haven't tried it yet, the randomizer is fairly easy to set up. Like, it took a little bit figuring out, but especially if you have remastered, it's just a matter of like plugging some stuff in. And, like, backing up your save file, which is a good thing to learn how to do. There we go. And it was interesting. Like, I had high hopes for recording it, but I'm not sure how exciting the recording was. I had somebody point out to me that it's also sort of like, if you don't already know Blighttown, if you don't already know you don't already know Dark Souls, then it's kind of, you don't really understand why everything's so weird and why the person who's playing is laughing so much. But yeah, it went over okay. And like I said, there was a recording on YouTube. It's possible I could stream it again at some point, but I don't know. I also I spent the weekend, that doesn't help. I spent the weekend streaming Alan Wake, which is sort of a mixed bag. I'm actually pretty happy with how... There we go. Pretty happy with how the Dark Souls and the Bioshock videos have been turning out. And I think a big part of that, yeah, you'll see that guy is gone, which is good. See if we can aggro those guys one at a time, though. Nope, he could not. Probably could have tried to use magic on him, but hey. God hates a coward. And I realized one of the things about the reason that I enjoy those so much is that even with Bioshock, when I had some problems in the beginning, and I'm sure that I'll die quite a bit in the rest of that playthrough, but it was a lot about me being familiar with the game, and I think it's actually pretty valuable for me to be familiar with it before I start. Oh boy, yeah, they aggro from really far away. So that way I feel, even if I'm not doing great, like I'm not an amazing player, but even if I'm not doing great, I can at least feel comfortable that I'm doing, that like I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh no! You can probably parry these guys too. Oh, but backstabbing works, excuse me. I love that. What are they holding? Like it's like a corpse, or is it like a totem, or? Well, let's go this way because we can get more stuff. Hopefully, it won't be too much longer going this way. Ooh, there's an item back there that I missed. Can we get to it? Find this. And we cannot... I do not think that's... I don't think that's safe. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it should be safe. Okay. Well, there you go. It's safe. Is it safe? Ooh, nice. Yeah, I think I actually picked those up on my random playthrough, and they were light, and that was good. Because you could not guarantee getting Havel's Ring for a very long time, if ever. Okay, the bonfire is actually down that way, so we just gotta survive this bit. Yeesh. Oh boy. Is there a way for us to get down there, or are we gonna have to jump? Soul items are useful, but they're not really exciting to get. Oh, there's still that item up there. Oh. Okay, he's coming after me. Oh, we can go down like that. Nice. Just a soul of a proud man. Still, we have gotten that item. Well, we don't want to drop down there. Oh, we can get back that way. Maybe. Unless he dropped. There we go. Well, at that point, we didn't really need it. Oh, I guess we can do that. Oh, okay. That, the item on the thing there that we missed, it's a sword called the Iato. I think it's a sword that's based on, hey, look at that. It's based on, oh gosh, a dexterity build, which is not really what we're doing. We're not focusing on that. We can't level up or anything, but hey, we got to our first bonfire, so we're not going to lose that progress. And that's good. Now all we got to do is get all the way to the bottom. But first, there are some more things we can pick up. This is pretty funny. I think if you start climbing, I think one of them will actually... He's gonna... Yep! Come on. Yeah, so the thing about Alan Wake is that I had never played it before. So it was an interesting experience for me to try it for the first time. I played some of it, actually, but I didn't really know it. And I don't think it was a... Ah, no! I don't think it was a bad stream, necessarily. But... it definitely showed me the value of having at least a little bit of foreknowledge going in. Because that way you can be a little bit more comfortable when you start talking a lot. Okay, hold your breath. You absolutely get this thing. Well, that's the thing I wanted before. Okay, we're gonna... Although we don't really need it because I realized we had the remedy thing. The remedy to the experience of the danger... No, okay. God, is that Bruno Mars? Yeah, I know all the lyrics to it. I don't think that's Bruno Mars. I don't even know who that is. Yeah, this is a real mind blood. Whew, okay. Oh, these dogs. They don't do too much damage, but they will breathe fire eventually. Ah, that means that somebody had a thing telling you to... Oh! Telling you to drop down. Like that doggo's doing. Bye, doggo! Yeah, and part of the challenge of Blighttown is just figuring out how to get to where you want to go. So I hope everyone's learned the lesson of... Well, that was cool, but it also was very scary. I hope everyone's learned the lesson of when you pick a character in Dark Souls, the first gift you should get, is always going to be the Master Key, because I mean the other gifts have their uses, and it's not like you aren't required to. You can certainly beat the game without it, but the Master Key is the most useful starting gift. And even if you choose to not go in the back way through Blighttown, it still gives you a lot of useful options. Oh, are we gonna have to go back that? I think we have to go back on that. Guess we could fall. Oh, right, that was the... Yeah, we don't want to fall there, because that was the rickety place we were on before, and we already got the item anyways. Alright, cool. So yeah, I think I'm probably going to go down to 2 streaming nights a week. Because 3 seems like a lot, especially right now, where, to be completely blunt, I'm not making any money off of it. And while I don't necessarily need to make money to enjoy this and keep doing it, I don't want to turn it into a job. It should be a hobby type thing. Hobby type thing. Go. Oh yeah, we gotta go close here. And there's gonna be another one of those toxic boys. So let us be careful. Very, very quiet. Aggro that guy. Probably should also remember we have magic. Ah. Few things quite as frustrating as trying to swing at an enemy and then getting told you can't. Yeah, see, there you go. There's the fire. Like that. just want to hit you with my sword. I just want to hit you with my sword and kill you. I don't understand why that's so unreasonable. Alright. I think the next bonfire is actually down below, and I think we're actually pretty close, but there's that guy. Where did that guy come from? Ah! Where did all these guys come from? Important thing is, don't panic. Okay, there's the guy up there. Can we get to him? I don't know if we can. That right there is like an important thing to get. That weird thing right there. Ah! Okay. Let's not go to death. Let's avoid death if we can. Yeah, something's definitely shooting at us. Don't like that. There are more elegant ways to do that, but we are just trying to get down to the bottom in one piece. Okay. Actually, we can kill it from over here. Nice. I don't know how to get over there to get the item. Just drop. Oh, yeah, there's a couple of guys that way. It'll aggro if we go near them. And hey, it's the flies. Flies. Hey! There we go. Boy, that remedy spell is very useful. Power within his usual spell, it'll increase your damage, but it does damage to you over time. It's really cool. It's like one of those neat little trade-off things the game can do. Just want to backstab you. Come on. Okay, come on, buddy. Almost there, folks. It's okay. Whew. Alright, we're almost there. We're doing good. Yeah, I don't think there's anything over there we want. Oh. Yeah, I love those jars. They just, like I already said last time, they just make me think of Alien, which makes me happy. Almost there. Gonna have a, okay, dummy. Quick sip of my beverage. Alright. Yep, see that? See that down there? That's where we want to go. And I think we might be past the toxic boys. Fingers crossed. We are going to have to deal with the fire guys, but they are pretty easy, as we've already seen. We've dealt with all this stuff before. We dealt with the flies. Alright. Yeah, it's like running into old friends at this point. Hey, fire bug with, like, weird bug thing with a fire face. Oh yeah, check out the human faces. The weird, ugh. God, the monster design in these games are, this game is so good. Honestly, the monster design in all of them is good. Like, in Dark Souls 3, it's a little bit more pedestrian, but... oh, there's one more toxic boy. They also die easy, which is nice. But they give you purple moss clump even though the thing they give you is toxic, which is like... Actually, it's a nice little screw you, buddy moment. But... Well, I guess that makes sense because they're not worried about giving themselves toxic. They're in Blighttown. They're just prepared to give... They just don't want to, you know... Oh! Oh, that's, unfortunate. Get away from that pretty quick. Let's not target that. Oh, we're so close. Can you feel it? Can you feel how close we are? Don't care. I don't care if we're poisoned. I don't care. Do not care. Just want to get over here. Please let us hit the bonfire. Yeah! Check it out. We made it back to where we were before. We level up? Oh, so close. Okay. Let's actually use one of the skill items just to... Okay, we've almost been going 40 minutes. That's not too bad to get us down to Blighttown. Oh, let's go up 20. 20 is a nice round number. And let's put on Havel's ring. I mean, let's put on the rusted iron ring so we can walk in the... Yeah. Words. I understand them. So here's the thing. We could go grind for, go grind slimes to get a few souls and whatnot. But I think we're just going to make a play for it. I want to see how good we are with what we have right now. And if it turns out where we actually, like, our damage is just not high enough, then we can grind then, because we have the smith box, and we can always just improve ourselves that way. But we spent all of that time getting down here. Least we can do is go check out Quelaag. Say hi. You know, hit her in the face a couple of times, one of those heavy soul arrows. You see what she has to make of it. Great soul arrows. I'm sorry, great soul arrows, not heavy. Alright, let's top off. I don't love the fact that we only have 4, but let's see how this goes. Hey, somebody rang the bell, which means somebody beat Quelaag recently. They can do it, why can't we? Well, that's probably why. Our timing stinks. Okay, this is a lot more doable. Especially if it keeps doing that. Let's see how much damage you do with the sword. Not much. Oh, nice. We actually staggered her. right. Well, that helped a lot. That was a lot easier. I'm glad we went up. Well, actually, we literally did not. We used our sword like once, so actually, getting the sword wasn't a big thing. But the Great Soul Arrow really changed things for us. Really turned that one around, eh? Oh wait, we came in this way. Sorry. So hey, let's go ring that other bell. Ring my bell. Here we go. There you go. So that means we have rung the 2 bells of awakening, which means we have progressed to the next stage of our quest, which is to go into Sen's fortress and make our way up to the top. We're not going to get to Sen's fortress this playthrough, I don't think, because that is going to be a good dedicated for an hour or so, because that's a great area, but it's also an area that takes some time, and it'd be nice to have that as sort of a discrete segment. Oh, I almost forgot. There's a bonfire down this way, but be wary of the illusory wall. There is an illusory wall right here. One of the most important illusory walls in the game, I would say. Yeah, I said it.
Oh dear, what have we here? Are you a new servant?
If we say no, we have to kill him, so we'll just say yes.
But you have no eggs. No matter.
God, look at that face.
Go along and have audience with our fair lady. I pray that you will mind your manners.
Ah, so cool. This is the fair lady. Fair lady can't understand you. But I think we're going to join her covenant, and I think we're going to feed her some souls, because I think we might actually try and go in Lost Islith the back way, because that's actually a neat little trick. And I want to get a pyromancy glove. We can offer her humanity. Now I can't remember if you need a special item or not. I think there's like a ring that you get. I should look that up. I think there's a ring that you get that lets you understand her. But if you give her enough humanity, she will open up the shortcut that's over in Lost Islith. And that way you can actually save Solaire before he goes completely insane. Which is nice. I think we might do that, because that's actually a weird little interesting thing the game does. Okay. We'll want that to go. That endurance is probably going to be the last thing we do. I don't want to spend souls on... I hate to spend souls on this. Because we're not really using all the spells we have. Although we're eventually going to want more attunement slots. Screw it. I just like doing more damage. I'm a sucker for that sort of thing. Well, we're down here. We can go check out another boss in this area, and do the cheesing method on him, which is, I don't know, it's like cheesy in the sense that it's very easy if you pull it off, but it is explicitly intended by the game, so I don't feel too bad for doing it. And also the fight isn't all that exciting if you do it the normal way. And hey, we could always use those sweet, sweet souls. Yeah, I think we're gonna go the back way to Sif, so we're not gonna buy the Crest of Artorias. Well, let's repair our equipment. I haven't been doing that at all. Now, most of these guys are non-aggro, which is nice. It's very funny when you play the randomizer because they're all replaced by enemies who are frozen in like a T-pose, which is what the enemies do when they're not aggro. It's very funny looking. But a couple of these guys, like that guy, will definitely come after you. Ooh, look at all that lava. We need to take care of that lava. Because we're eventually going to need to go down to that area. The whole story of this area, it's not the best area in the game, but the story... Oh, see right there, down on where my sword is pointing at? That is a later boss. That is the centipede demon. Or something centipede. It's a centipede. It's a big flaming centipede. We will have to fight that later. It's not a great fight, but not too bad. But one of the neat things about this game is you can spot things ahead of time. Yeah, so eventually we'll get down to that area. I do love how that looks. Yeah, replaying this with another playthrough, I realized that the last, I don't know, back half, last third, last quarter, last third at least, isn't very well loved. It's considered kind of some of the weakest content in the game, and I have to agree with a lot of that because there's some very frustrating areas ahead. But check it out. Very quiet. That's a ceaseless demon. Actually, I think it's called Ceaseless Discharge, which is just the worst possible name you could have for yourself. But it's not aggressive right now. I think it's asleep. Till we go do a thing. Yeah, these are its sister's clothes, so it's immediately awake. And not happy with us. I should probably try to summarize the story of Izalith, because it's one of the best stories in the game, I think. But I don't know if we might save that till later. Just know that Quelaag was protecting the Fair Lady, which means that we showed up and kind of ruined that whole deal. So what you do is you run back. Don't quote me on any of this because I'm pretty sure this will work, but I always kind of am a little bit fuzzy on the details. Come on, buddy. Rip your arm out. Rip your arm out. Come at us. Well, that's not what I want you to do, because that's not going to be good for anybody. Come on. Come on. I think I screwed... Okay, there we go. There we go, we just did it. So the idea is that, I think we missed it, but he rips his arm out, and he uses the arm to hang on to the side of the cliff when you come that far over. And if you hit the arm enough, he falls back and he instantly dies. It always seems a little glitchy because he loses all his health before he falls. But hey, it's a quick fight. It gives us some bonus souls we can use to level up. And then we can go the way out of Blighttown that we came in the first time. We could, in theory, try and... Let's see, what time is it? No. No, I think getting up to Firelink is probably going to be good enough for this session. Because we could, in theory, farm some more for the... But we're not really using the sword that much. And I don't think... we can actually buy Green Titanite off a guy on the top of Sen's Fortress. So, I'm not sure that's going to be something we really need to do. Excuse me. Oh, let's go back to the other one because we can get oh yeah, the Fair Lady is a Firekeeper. If you kill her, you get a Firekeeper soul, which we could theoretically use to upgrade our Estus. But we're not going to kill her, at least not yet, because I would like to deepen the Covenant to see how far we can go with that. But that's why the bonfire in front of her is kindled already. It's like a Firelink Shrine. It means we can get 10 Estus out of it. Alright, we've already done intelligence, so... I really don't want to, but let's at least do that. I'm being responsible with my leveling. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, the only way we could get more stuff from him is if we actually got Egg Burden, I think. We could also, once we have to go back, and we'll get Griggs when we're back at Firelink. We'll get Griggs, and he can... This will be a shortcut later. We'll get Griggs, and Griggs we can buy a Pyromancy Flame from, which will be a nice backup. We decide to use that. Oh, I just realized we never actually took, we never took the Iron Rusted Ring off. Oh. We were slow rowing the whole time. Ah, well. Alright, let's see if we can get... How long it takes us to get up the back end of Blighttown and back to Firelink. Because that would be a nice, neat place to end it. Although if it takes too long, I'll just call it quits. But we're making good progress. Although Sen's Fortress is tough, and then we go to Anorlando, which is really tough. It has one of the hardest boss fights in the game, and I have no idea how that's going to work with magic. Because it always takes me a long time to figure it out. Alright, let's do it. Yeah. I got a rock. I got a rock. And I carry it with me like my daddy did. Come for the Dark Souls playthrough. Stay for the light AFM reworked classics. Did I say AFM? Brain non-functional. I don't even know what that accent was. I apologize. My accent humor is not good. Ah, I don't care if I'm poisoned. There's a shiny over here that I wanted to get real quick. Yeah, that's not something we need. Ow! Right in the face! Ugh. I keep all my best stuff in my face. Alright, I want to get out of here as quickly as possible, and I hope those giants do not follow us much longer. Do 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 do. Oh, we're done. Oh, that makes me sad. I laugh, but it's annoying. All right, what time is it? Okay, we're almost in an hour, but I really want to get out of here. I feel like that would be a nice capstone to this experience. After we just aced 2 bosses and I just fall off a flippin' ledge. That's just embarrassing. I guess we could carefully kill those. My problem, one of my biggest failings as a Dark Souls player is I just get really impatient. Probably one of the reasons I love Bloodborne so much, and Sekiro, because patience is important in both of those games, but so much happens very quickly that you don't find yourself just sort of standing around a lot. Where with Dark Souls, you need to bide your time and look for your exits, look for openings, and that's still true in Bloodborne and Sekiro. But there is stuff you can, Sekiro especially because of deflex, there is stuff you can do that like you feel like you're constantly occupied and your attention is there. Whereas this, I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I want to do something. I want to do something, and then I die. So that tree right there, that is the Great Hollow. And we will eventually go down in that tree for a beautiful, if somewhat disappointing, area. Well, thank goodness for invincibility frames when it comes to backstabs, because otherwise we would have been in a bad place right there. Not helping us there, though. Yeah, those flies. I just want to kill you. Come on. I mean, you gotta feel like these guys can't actually be happy in their work, right? I just stand in a poisonous swamp and I dig up rocks and I throw them at people. And I carry a dung pie around because, you know, it kinda seems to be symbolic. Well, why am I running? It doesn't matter. We're poisoned already. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? So yeah, let me know in the comments if there's stuff that you would like to see me stream. Or if you're like more, like, I don't know. I'm not sure how it's gonna work. I do think I'll probably be doing... I'll probably try and finish Alan Wake first, because I feel like at least I've gotten enough of that. Alright. No talking. Concentrate. God, I'm bored. Concentrate. Yes! We have done it. We have defeated the most difficult part of Dark Souls. Alright, we're getting there. Yeah, I'm running into wisecracks because we're so close to the end. Unfortunately, I think we already did everything over there. Well, we got the Firekeeper Soul, and I don't know if there's anything else over there we wanted, but I don't feel like going back. Yell at me in the comments if I missed something there. Yeah, we'll definitely play through to the end of, before any changes happen, we'll definitely play through the end of this run of Dark Souls, and we'll have to the end of the run of the Bioshock. It would be nice if I could do Bioshock 2 and Bioshock Infinite playthroughs. I think that would be interesting, and I did kind of spend the money to get them on PC, despite already owning them on PS4. And PS3. Jeez, I have paid a lot of money for that series. You know what happens when you yell? You don't kill me, and I kill you. That's what happens when you yell. When you're yelling, you're not swinging. Don't mean a thing. Ain't got that swing. Oh, there are two of them. There we go. All right. I think that should get us... All right, let's just get up to Firelink, and we will call it a day. We're making pretty good progress, which I hope everyone will take into account when we eventually have to run into Ornstein and Smo, and it takes me 3 hours to get through it. I hope everybody's going to keep in mind, well, up until that point, he was doing really good, so I guess we can be merciful. Oh, God bless you, Master Key. Actually, we didn't actually need the Master Key for that, because if you came in... That's actually the sort of intended path. When you exit Blighttown the back way after defeating Quelag, that door opens from the other side without a key, so... I'm pretty sure, anyways. Boy, it would be terrible if you had to make your way back up through Blighttown going the front way. That would be pretty bad. God, we're gorgeous. So yeah, overall, I am happy with how these have been turning out. I am happy with the... I'd like to have more viewership, but I'm very, very happy with everyone who has watched these and taken the time to like them and comment and just watch them in general. So thank you very much. And please like, follow, subscribe, and comment, all of that fun stuff. Your support means a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. And I appreciate the kind words I've heard, because people have said some nice things. We'll be back with the next part in our Dark Souls playthrough on Thursday of this week. I hope you have a very good Wednesday. Please join us tomorrow if you'd like. We're doing some more BioShock. We're getting a little bit deeper into that. But if not, well, regardless, be seeing you.